Listening to 1069 Click FM, live in color.
Finally, we are back here on a Friday night because as much as I would have loved to have done the baseball playoffs last night, there was only one, and it was Milwaukee versus the New York Mets. I was still tired from being sick, and so I ended up just watching it on my own. Heartbreaking loss for the Brewers. I can't believe the top of the ninth inning went so sideways so quickly. Honestly, from the times that I've been watching them throughout the season, I thought they had a decent shot of making a name for themselves in the playoffs this year, but unfortunately, Logan, I wish you all better luck next season, but tonight we do volleyball. And we're taking on some Big Ten players tonight. Oregon, formerly of the Pac-12, facing off against Penn State. They're both ranked teams, and there's a lot of people showing up wearing hard hats in a non-hard hat area. I don't know if OSHA will be very kind about that. You could probably tell by me talking that I have no idea what I'm talking about, except usually when it comes to the sports. Oh yeah, I mean, y'all did officially win the NL Central title, so I mean, it proves to me that at least you belong in the conversation. But not to worry, because there's still more sports on the horizon. The return of hockey season means the NBA is going to be coming back as well. And I'm sure we will have more excitement for that. And, future programming note, by the way, we will be covering at least one of the Nebraska-Wisconsin women's volleyball games. I'm thinking the one on November 1st. And if not, then we'll do the second one. But just to let you know, that is going to happen. Also, I'm just shocked at how many of the other series didn't end up going 3 games. I thought at the very least, that maybe the Astros would make it a 3-game series against the Tigers, and then whoosh, just like that, they're gone. I mean, I don't know how many of you watched the live broadcast of that game, but there was a shot of the celebrating Tigers, and just behind their bullpen, there was a little kid who'd been real lucky enough to get tickets that close, basically right behind the dugout for a playoff game. And yeah, that little guy was just slamming his program or his glove over and over again into the seats. I do not blame him, but man, I did not see it going that way. Well, Leif, take care of yourselves, rest, push fluids, and yeah, just do what you need to do. And while they are running approximately 10 different ad breaks before we actually get started with Oregon and Penn State. So let me check for just a moment, because I hadn't even bother to look at the playoff schedule. Are there going to be games on Tuesday and Wednesday? Yeah, there are. Ooh, okay. They even have day games on Tuesday and Wednesday. Oh, this is going to be even better. All right, well, at least I got part of next week's schedule figured out. Remember, no show on Thursday. I'm taking the night off for myself. Oh, they're having a light switch rave at the Rec Hall in University Park, Pennsylvania. Oh, no, that's just how they performed the Star-Spangled Banner. All right, great. Let's see. Klein Warriors, Obete, Kohler, Glover, Neal, and Ofogbu. The starting lineup for the Ducks. Meanwhile, on the Penn State side, we've got Stark, Grimes, other Stark, Bruzik, Mendelson, Trammell, and Drevicius. Let's see. I had written down at least one of these names. Oh, yeah. Jess Bruzik was the Big Ten Co-Player of the Week, apparently, and Izzy Stark, we could expect her to be setting up everybody as she's on the floor. So that's about all I can tell you so far. Anyway, it's just a casual stream tonight. We got no bingo going. I still have not come up with a decent bingo list for these things so far. Besides, there's always so much action happening, I rarely have to fill time. All right. Looks like Penn State is going to get started with the service first. They aim for the near line and try to get something off the far pole. Nothing doing. It just takes a little nudge over the net from number 15 for Oregon to get the first score of the game. Well. Oh, come on. All right. Meanwhile, just a little bit of a late response on the back by the back row of the Ducks, and the Nittany Lions are quickly on the board as well. All right, they'll serve from the far corner. Ducks will spike from there and catch the Nittany Lion back line sleeping as well. Woo. All the boos raining down as the Ducks serve. A little bit off kilter from the lines, but they aim for the back line, and I think they may have gotten the... Oh, nobody touched that. It just went clear straight out. Okay. All right, this is the second serve from McClellan. She'll take the center back. They'll try to get it down from the near post. Nothing doing. Great block up the middle, and then a save that does not go off the net. And oh, damn! A flag went off on the far side. I'm not sure what it was, but it went against Penn State. So the point is to the Oregon. 4-1. Good start. Penn State nearly tried to just throw it over the net. They nearly able to get another great block up front from Oregon. They'll try to challenge them again, and they find the room, challenging the Ducks libero. Penn State gets the save back with a great kill from number 9 for the Nittany Lions. That is Jess Bruzik. And a great block, but the Ducks are able to get it right back up. Unfortunately, they have to give it get a free ball, and the Lions make them pay. Number 21 just simply dumping it over the net. Serve from the near corner. They try the dump, but a good dig by number 2. They try to get it back from the far post, and they find a spot along the far borderline. Yeah, Brewers had it, but lost it. Like, once they got that 2-0 lead, I thought they were set for the night. And we've got a lurking Ishii as well. Hi. Meanwhile, great effort by the Lions to not only keep it in, great save again by the Ducks. And our save by the Lions. Can they get it through this time? No. Soft lob doesn't help. A good block up front. And a great dig by Oregon. And fortunately, they hit it right into the net. Whoa. What a... All right, I think we are right now at 5-4. Yeah, Penn State has come back. Meanwhile, they serve it straight out of bounds to give it right back to the Ducks. Damn. All right, we had an early advantage from Oregon, but Penn State has battled back. I have a feeling that a few of these sets are going to go into extra points. Meanwhile, that should be a touch on Oregon. And the officials agree, so the point goes to Mendelsohn. Meanwhile, Jess Merzick is now on the serve for the Nittany Lions. And unfortunately, that one curved just out of bounds. Meanwhile, we've got a substitution for the Lions, and number 22 for the Ducks is serving. This is Maya de los Reyes. And unfortunately, the Lions can't control it off of the effort. That is Maya's 8th ace for the season. Wow. I don't know how they didn't manage to get a good angle on that one. Good save in the backcourt by Oregon. Meanwhile, they get a bit stymied by the front put up by the Lions at the net. It is now 7-7. And also doing a fantastic job of not touching the net in the meantime. Yeah, that was Izzy Stark on the block for the Lions. Meanwhile, Obete gets the point, and Nittany Lions were barely able to reach it, even with the friendly deflection. Oh yeah, I honestly wasn't too shocked that the O's got blanked by the Royals, as the Ducks serve it into the net and give it back to Penn State. Like I knew the O's bullpen had been savagely wrecked by injury as the season went on. But it would have been nice to see them at least win one game. Meanwhile, that's going to be long by Oregon. Gives it right back to the Lions. And now Izzy Stark has to go back and serve. I don't know how they managed to trick him there, but Managed to sneak it in from the far pole, and now it is tied again. It was a great job. It looked like she was going to go straight up with her setup, and then just flipped it back behind her. Yeah, that one was a surprise, MKI. A real surprise. All right, Ducks aren't able to get the kill. It goes right into the net. And looks like Cameron Hanna will be back on the serve for Penn State. Good low serve. Did they get the touch? No, it is long. And the Ducks give up another. They are now down 12-9. Okay. Their line drive serve, and unfortunately, all the backspin on it. They pretty much give the Lions a free ball. And another point. Oh yeah. There's the touch on the out of bounds. Meanwhile, we have a timeout because Penn State looks like they're just rolling at the moment. We don't have an actual set count yet. Nobody's won anything. Yeah. I'm sure he chooses all his words carefully after all these years. Sorry, I might have sounded a little bit jaded for a moment. Oh, I will show you that I'm not jaded. Just a moment. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think he minds about the Twins. He was just more interested in Kirk Cousins' great performance last night. All right, buddy, you're free. All right, can the Ducks get anything off that one? Hanna takes that one right to the sternum. They pretty much give the Ducks a free ball. Respond with a great kill. Let's see, who is that? Number 7 for the Ducks who was able to win them the serve back. Colby Neal. Oh. I can't imagine that. Honestly, MKI, it's happened so often, that feels more like a nightmare. Another great block. They end up getting a free ball on the desperation save. Second chance for the Ducks. Ends up getting just tipped over. Another great block at the net, but they cannot control it off the second deflection, and serve goes back to the Lions. Wow. Penn State now I was saying now holding the lead, although they just gave the serve back to the Ducks. Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm going to be going live for the Dolphins versus the Patriots. Because I figure as long as I have to suffer through Division 3, we should keep the pain going in one way or another. Yeah. The other things we're going to be doing this weekend, we got our Division 3 game, which is going to be at 11 a.m. tomorrow, local time, as well as Saskatchewan versus Edmonton, because they're playing again, and they're the reason that we're doing the CFL and paying attention to it at all. So we had to go back to them. Damn, Penn State is keeping a steady lead. A good block at the near side of the net. Great job rescuing from the far side. Great defensive. And a half-decent setup. They just give him a free ball, unfortunately, but then block the second attempt by the Lions. Third attempt is saved out of bounds. The 3 is the magic number, and it finally just gets dumped over by Mruzik. And damn, finally up to 17-11, 6-point lead for the Nittany Lions. Wow, 5-point gap already. I would imagine that's a pretty big lead considering how close of a sport soccer can be. But wow, great effort by Penn State to turn things around here in the first set. Let me see if wonderful ESPN actually has any of the stats ready. A big lead this early. Gotcha. All right, there's the volleyball, and where is... No, but they're just going to keep it blank. Oh, yeah. Like I said, it's here. It's already here, and we're going to actually get started with the coverage next week. I needed the extra week to fold everything in, and also didn't want taking focus away from our love for Division III football. And damn, another block by the Lions at the far part of the net. And that is Jess Mruzik again that time, doing her part at the net. All right, Ducks going to be able to get anything here? No, they just get that one going long and out of bounds. And now Penn State is stacking it up. Faldudo is on the serve. And another good block at the net, forcing the Ducks to give up a free ball. They do get a good dig in on an attempted kill shot from the near side. Can they make it pay off? Yeah, the dig for the Nittany Lions does not stay in bounds. Ducks finally get the serve back. All right, here's Mimi Collier on the serve. We get a good dig. Nittany returns one of their own, but unfortunately becomes a free ball for Oregon, but another great block by Mruzik at the net. Wow. And that is Grimes, who's currently working as the libero for the Lions. She's made a few good plays so far in this game. All right, they try a kill from the back line. Doesn't help. Try dumping it over. Force Nittany to give it right back. They try to kill from the far pole. It hits right at the attack line. And finally, so Fegbu, who is in, gained the point on that one. A cryptic tweet on Twitter, and it's about Edgar Allan Poe. Oh. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary o'er some quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore. Meanwhile, Penn State will send one directly out of bounds. For the first time in a while, the lead is shrinking. All right. De Los Reyes on the serve again. I try to fool them, but unfortunately, the dig ends up getting thrown long. Very long. In fact, out of bounds. It was a good effort, but a little bit too much force behind it. All right, this is Quinn Manger on the serve this time. Ducks try to dump it over. Does not work. Hannah with the attempted kill shot gets blocked at the net. They get the free ball. I think that there was a deflection as well, so Ducks score again. Once again, they only trail by 5. Oh yeah, he definitely wants to share some Amontillado with Mark Davis and Antonio Pierce. Yes. For the love of quads, King Henry. Yes, for the love of quads. Believe nothing you hear and half of what you see. Edgar Allan Poe. So if we can only believe half of what we see, that means that he's going to a team in Baltimore, but not the Ravens. Oh, obviously, he's talking about the former Baltimore Stallions who became the Montreal Alouettes. Devontae Adams is sick of the NFL. He's going to go be in the CFL. Maybe they'll sign him in time for the Grey Cup. Damn, another great block by the Ducks. They're now still behind 5. Unfortunately, they cannot shape 2 in a row. Meantime, an early lead for the Blue Bombers over the Ticats. Hen on the serve, another dart from her, but unfortunately, Mruzik, they let that bump get a little bit too close to the net, and Mruzik just saw the open spot in the court and placed it perfectly. Didn't even have to work very hard at it. So here is set point. Oh, never mind. Ended up going back to the Ducks for some reason. And out of bounds on a touch, and here comes the set point. At this point, MKI, I think we could all use a rouge. All right. Bit of a long serve. They try to just loft it over. Lions aren't buying it. They'll try a kill. And damn. Grimes could not get a good handle on that one underneath. There's no Fegbu, I believe, on the kill that time. Hey. The thing that honestly terrifies me the most about what the Mets did. Meanwhile, another great kill from Ruzic from the far pole, and that will do the first set. But like I said, for those of you who may be the younger sports fans, the 1969 Mets were known as the Miracle Mets because of not only the huge deficit they had to overcome to get to the World Series, but also the epic collapse that I believe at the time Baltimore Orioles had to go through in order to allow them to play in their first World Series. And nobody considered them a favorite for it because they were a recent expansion team who had one of the worst loss records at the time in history. And with the ninth inning heroics that they ended up putting on last night, if this is the way that they win, they're going to bring back that goddamn Miracle Mets tag, and they're going to be just absolutely insufferable for it. So let's enjoy our moments of peace right now with a little pause for the cause. Go get a drink, get a smoke, whatever you need to do, and we'll be back for the rest of Oregon versus Penn State NCAA women's volleyball here on another Stupid Sports Show. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. second set is about to begin between the Ducks and the Nittany Lions. One of these teams is about to receive their first conference loss. And each of them has actually only lost once in the volleyball season so far. But the Ducks throwing that first serve directly into the net isn't going to make things any easier. Wow. But the number 3 team in the country is going to hand the Ducks a long serve and give it right back. Rare miscue out of the Nittany Lions, especially from Grimes, how well she's played today. Unfortunately, Ducks give them their own long serve. There we go. At a certain point, things will happen again in this game. Bronny James is going to play in the preseason, and Rajan Rondo is going to be a guest coach. Good times. All right, good save by the Lions. Unfortunately, Ducks cannot get the dig. And now we have the first actual breakout point. And who is it? Mrzik again. Mrzik again. Damn. I try to get the another loft over, but the Lions are so wise to that game, man. And unfortunately, that attempt from the near pole just goes out of bounds without even a single touch to it. Damn. This is turning into a very rough match for Oregon. Try to rescue it from the attack line. They have to try again, and they once again do not get a touch. Don't worry about True North, I understand. I've been saving songs since essentially the beginning of summer to try to have plenty for the entire month, and I think because of when I started, we have an extra show. All right. Do we have any of those stats yet? Please tell me we do. Come on. Women's volleyball score. All right. Do we have any stats yet? Okay. Kind of. All right, so far, Daly McClellan is getting most of the credit on defense for the Oregon. She's got, along with Mackenzie Morris, 5 and 4 digs respectively for them. Meanwhile, in Penn State side of things, Mrzik has 9 kills so far. Most of any that went on the team. Taylor Trammell is the only one that was behind with 4. MKI, you know what, I've learned after a while that there is no point in questioning coaching decisions, and just nobody came to follow up on that initial bump by the Ducks. They just give a point away to Penn State. Oh, damn. Another pitcher out of Nippon Professional Baseball. Best of luck to him. They try to do another backward serve. Lions are once again wise to it, but they make it up with the block at the net. try a bullet on the near side. Unfortunately, the Ducks end up getting another block that time. They were able to keep Caroline Juravicius from getting anything through that time. Meanwhile, the Ducks will immediately serve it out of bounds. Winnipeg, meantime, has gotten themselves a field goal. Oh. Didn't know that the Ticats have tied it up. It's now 10-7. Meantime, that kill gets muffled by the blocker, but then falls limply on the Penn State side of the net. It is now 4-7. And Kodai Senga will start game 1 against the Phillies tomorrow. Oh, that's right. The Phillies are still in the playoffs. Well, maybe Bryce Harper will finally get that nice big ring of his. Decent block at the net. Ducks trying to set something up. Unfortunately, get another good block by the Lions. Can they get a second effort? But they do get another block, but that time it bounces out of bounds before it can hit the court. And Penn State is actually going to challenge for what? Oh, they think the Ducks touched it before it went out of bounds. Oh my goodness, we have a referee who actually gets a microphone in this game. I mean, they pull out of the stops here on the Big Ten Network. I see. It's not till later we get Calgary, BC. Oh, so they're looking for a fourth hit on Oregon. Nobody told me that. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to look apparently for where there was a touch out of bounds, but now they played a completely different section of that last point, and all right, I'm finally caught up. Okay. All right, that seems like a decent. All right, they win that challenge. There was no touch by the blocker. They keep their challenge and get the service back. Oh yeah. Oh, they're still going, and looks like they're gonna up their bank accounts. Good for them. All right. Great block by Penn State at the net again. Izzy Stark on the block. Also getting a little bit of backup from Taylor Trammell to her side. Oh boy, Ducks having a lot of trouble getting set up. Oh, they do find a little gap in the back of the Nittany Lions court. Finally, scored themselves a kill. Feels like it's taken a while. This is Sophie Gregoire. Okay. A redshirt freshman out of Dundee, Oregon, with the serve, and unfortunately, that one gets a little bit far behind. They try to just dump it over. The Ducks are not ready for such an unexpected development. And then Dremel kills it out of bounds. Ow. Even John Cena, well, yeah, I think he also did a couple stages of the Tour de France too, although he might have had a different hairstyle at the time. Damn, they're able to get the touch. Penn State's able to get the touch that time. They take it right back. Hamill with the point. 10-6. All right, Stark is on the serve. And unfortunately, Penn State can do nothing from the shot from Ofegbu. Able to just put it right into the torso Trammell and back onto the court. And another ace for Reyes on the serve. They're now up to 8. I missed a point. They're going to try from the far pole, and they can. They get the good bounce. Serve goes right back to the Nittany Lions. Yeah, kill was by Cameron Hanna, who is now on the serve. And that was just a great shot from Obete. Making Penn State's libero fall short on her attempt to dig. Currently 9-11, Oregon trailing Penn State. Get a decent dig, but unfortunately they can't set up anything great with it. They give the Lions a free ball, and they take advantage of it very quickly. And who is it again? It's, of course, Mruzek. Looked like she was going for the kill and then just tapped it through the blocker's arms. All right. Obete gave them a taste of their own medicine, tipped it through their own blocker's hands. Nice job. Damn. Oregon is not going away. They are keeping up very well. Okay, here's the noise from the crowd. Good block at the net. And that was a great kill from the near side by Naomi Glover. That's a great setup, and damn, all the height in the world. And that's another block. Colby Neal getting it done up front. Things are now tied up. Can Penn State get their service back? Good dig in the back by the Ducks. Blocked up front and nobody ready to play in the backcourt. All right. Oregon has an actual scoring run happening. They've taken the lead for the first time since the first set. And Penn State will take the time to just wipe down the court. Oh, good. Looks like Hamilton's got the ball. Hopefully they can keep this game interesting. That's another bullet of a serve. They try the kill. It rattles through the blockers at the net. Damn. Well, it worked out for Mendelssohn. She got herself a point. And the lines have tied up again, 13 all. Falduto on the serve. They had to grind that one out. They were nearly fooled. Immediately tapped back over by Penn State. They go for the definitive kill. They can't reach it, however. And then Mendelssohn will finally just tap it over, completely fool them. So ended up tapping it right into the blocker's arm, and nobody was prepared for how lazy of a deflection it was. All right, yeah, that's Jillian Grimes back out there on the floor. Falduto to serve again. Dug from the backcourt, and a great block at the line by Mendelssohn and company. All right, Oregon needing something to get through, but Mendelssohn will not allow it. That's her second block in a row. Oh, man. And now Penn State is on the scoring run, and they force the Ducks to take another timeout. Of course they have all those lyrics ready. All right, let's see. Oh, that's right. We're at the baseball playoffs, so I don't have to check a whole monstrous list of scores anymore. Fantastic. Oh, that's right. We have the NHL. Still technically the preseason, but hey, it's something. Rangers are leading the Islanders 2-1 at the end of the first. Red Wings over the Senators 2-0 at the end of their first period. Blue Jackets and Penguins are tied at 2 apiece. And Lightning and Hurricanes are scoreless. Meanwhile, Shohei Ohtani will pitch this postseason. Good. Even if it does end up affecting the Dodgers' chances at the World Series, I'd rather Shohei still have a functional arm in the following season that doesn't knock him out even earlier. They try to fake him out, but it's just a little too gentle that time. However, they are able to save it and get another good kill from the far pole. As Gregoire, who ends up getting the point. Ducks back up to a 2-point deficit, 14-16. A little bit too much spin on that bump. They're going to have to try their hardest to set back up again. The block goes right towards them. Ducks have a long way to go to set up that one. They spiked from the attack line, but Nittany Lions are able to easily respond. And from the back row, that was a great shot from the back row by Anaya Thrower. Got another bullet of a shot. The Ducks are only down by 1. They could tie it if they can get this, but it gets out of bounds. And so now we sit 15-17. Oh, haven't heard Collier's name called a lot tonight. She was one of the players that from the readings I did was somebody to look for after how she'd been doing this week. They try a quick dump over, and that's the right thing to do. Nobody's ready for it. Wow. All right. Daly McClellan is on the serve. And that should be a point off the touch for the Lions. And it is. Meanwhile, Jack Campbell is going into the Players Assistance Program. Oh, man. All right, Quinn Menger is out on the serve for the Lions. Indefinite leave of absence, I see. Meanwhile, we get a good dig, but it ends up bouncing back onto the Ducks side of the net, and Ofebu was able to get everything on that. Who was that was working the line? It was Ruzik. She was just out of position. Unfortunately, they gave it right back with a long serve. Damn, another service error, and they give it right back to Izzy Stark. She'll attack the far side of the line and just gets dumped right over. Yeah. Gregoire takes everybody off guard. Just pause it right over. It's now 1-point lead. Lions, unfortunately, are able to thread the needle. Damn, and once again, that is Taylor Trammell getting involved. All right. Unfortunately, Mrozik again at the net and blocking again. Wow. Colby Neal making all the effort in the world, and Mrozik completely denies her. right. Back in the hands of the Lions. Cameron Henn on the serve. And they're able to find a good gap in the middle, making everybody dive for it. Ducks get it back. Owabete contributing on that. Okay, here's this bullet of the serve. A little bit of a delay on the setup. And they're... Damn. I had no idea how they end up whiffing on that one. Wow, just able to catch the inside of that player's elbow. Comes down on the Oregon side. And another point for Penn State, as from an Oregon miscue near the net. They have had a lot of fouls and errors tonight. And then off the save, they immediately give it away. Mrozik buries it into the near side of the court. And here is another set point for the Nittany Lions. Oh, this is getting very dangerous for the Oregon Ducks. And damn, the shot went into the antenna. The set point is earned by the Lions, and that is now a 2-0 lead here for the damn Nittany Lions. Holy hell. Maybe it's best if you don't look. I guess this is why they're the number 3 team in the country, huh? Yeah. Same score, both sets. They have both ended 25-19. Penn State now leads 2-0 here in the match. And we're going to take ourselves another break. We might not be on here for very much longer, seeing as how well Penn State's doing, but hey. Us at another stupid sports show I've never held, timing and scheduling is very serious things. So take as long as you need. We'll see you when the third set starts. Thanks again for tuning in, everybody. It just began right as I sat down again. Third set is already underway, and surprise, surprise, Penn State already has a 1-0 lead. Woo! But the Ducks have responded, thankfully, and meanwhile, a Georgia businesswoman was convicted of scamming Dwight Howard out of millions of dollars in a bogus scheme to buy the WNBA's Atlanta franchise. Holy crap. Nope. For a moment, I thought you were talking about one person, but I realized, nah. Damn. Can't get any control off that dig, and Penn State takes back the serve. Alright, we get some signaling from Ruzic. And then a little bit off, the kill does not go well for the Ducks, and I don't even know what the hell happened on that play, to be honest. All right. Penn State up 3-2. And it was Calvin Darden, also convicted of cheating former forward Chandler Parsons in a separate ruse. Meanwhile, another block by the Ducks. Lions will get another opportunity, but no one can get the follow-up. Penn State again. Timeout by Oregon again. Already we have a break. Woof. Yeah, maybe close now, but for as close as all those times that the Ducks have been able to keep it close, just as quickly the Lions have pulled away again. So, suffice to say, at the moment, I'm not very high on the Ducks coming back in this. Although, like I said, they have, throughout the beginnings of the first and the second set, they were able to pretty much go one for one with the Lions on offense. Yeah, I'm getting just a little nervous that they won't be able to hang in there the entire time. Oh no, that's right. It's the London games. They are going to be here sooner or later, and it's the Jets versus the Vikings. Well, I hope Adam enjoys waking up early on Sunday morning, and then he has some celebratory beans on toast to mark the occasion. All right. Penn State tries a little loft. It gives Ducks a second chance. Then the free ball goes right back, and it's just shoved over Mendelsohn again. All right, 5-3 now. Starting from the near side. Set from the attack line. Once again, Lions are back and prepared. That should be a touch on the Ducks, and Mrozik once again. Well, Sam Darnold is currently stymieing the former Packers QB career trajectory. I mean, all that's left is for him to have a memorable but painful stint with the Minnesota Vikings, and then it's done. That's another block by the Lions at the net, and the Ducks are falling apart here in set number 3. And it's another timeout. Oregon now out of timeouts for this set. Woof. In the meantime, the score is still 10-7 for the Ticats and the Blue Bombers, although they are in 3 mids in heaven, so that's still plenty of time for either of them to take it down. Actually, let's see. we'll have to look for something else. Try to look a little bit farther ahead because unfortunately there is just not a lot to talk about for how this game is going. And there's so little for them to talk about that they are playing footage of the pre-game Dance It Out warm-ups that the Penn State volleyball team did with each other. That gives you an idea of what kind of game that's been going on. All right, Ducks. You're able to get that one, but a great recovery out of the far back court. Penn State ends up sending it a little bit long, and a good little dump over by the Ducks. Finally, Oregon getting something done. Kristen Klein getting that point. All right, finally, Ducks back on the serve. Able to quickly gather it up. Mendelson goes long, but she does get the touch. Okay, fine. Oregon has 4, but right now it doesn't feel like it. That sure gets muffled off the net. Ducks try their own kill from the far pole. Nothing doing, and that one just right into Daly McClellan and straight into the court. And that is a hell of a shot from Hannah against McClellan. Oh, hell. Now we've got a challenge of whether there's a net fault. Okay. Meanwhile, Bombers fumble on the goal line and recover their own fumble for a touchdown. Sure. I guess they're waiting to put it into the CFL scoreboard. Oh, hell yeah, we're doing that. And the call is confirmed. Oregon loses their challenge and Penn State keeps the point. Oh. He's doing whatever he can, but right now there's just nothing it seems that Oregon can do to slow down the Lions. All right, good save in the midcourt. I try to just lift it over. Good save by Mrozik in the backcourt. Longest point we've had in a while. And unfortunately, the dump off goes out of bounds. Goes right back to Penn State. Oh yeah, schedule this week. We are going to be doing Division III football at 11 a.m. Saskatchewan versus Edmonton at 6 o'clock for the CFL. And then the Sunday NFL game is going to be the Miami Dolphins versus the New England Patriots at noon. And of course, another stupid streaming show this Monday. Be sure to get your requests in. Meanwhile, everyone losing the battle at the net against Mendelson. All right. That's Mrozik on the serve. Ducks going to try to get it back, but they cannot get it past the net again. Holy hell. We could be over very soon. And Chris Prescott has a new coffee maker, which I think is the upside, the best upside we can get at the Winnipeg touchdown. Second serve from Rosick. From the attack line, that is... Oh, they must have gotten a touch. And finally, Ducks got a point. All right, can Oregon go on a run of their own? All the room in the midcourt. They try to tap it over. The Ducks are a little bit unprepared and panicky. And right now it feels like just a lot of lobbing, dumping back and forth. Did they get... They got another touch. 14-5. Nittany Lions over the Ducks. Yeah, stay down there, Alice. You don't want to look at what's going on up here. This is a rough game. Are they challenging again? Yeah. I don't know if they're going to get this challenge or not. They're challenging it, that there should be call of no touch on that previous point. From the replay, could not really tell. Couldn't even see how the spin went. I'm sure they're going to replay it like 3 more times. Yeah, nobody. Doesn't look like anybody got hit. Holy crap, they might actually win this. I can't even see a suggestion of a brush. Okay, there's the touchdown. It's finally up 17-7 now for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And 26 seconds left for the Tigers to do something before halftime arrives. They're taking their time with this. I'm not sure if they are really looking for something or if they... I don't know what they see. Meanwhile, the Montes have already made it to the 5-yard line. No kidding. Damn, Oregon wins the challenge. So now it's 13-6. Yeah, Monty, your team's doing well. All right, is this going to be enough of a break that the Ducks can mount what right now feels like would be a pretty sizable comeback against what has been a dominant Penn State team? Great dig, but it ends up flying into the stands. They get the point right back. All right. We're getting Quinn Menger back on the serve for the Nittany Lions. She'll be aiming from the middle of the court as the Monties fumble on the goal line. Sorry to let you know about that, Monty. They try to just dump it over. And in a panic, the Lions end up throwing it out of bounds. right, Reyes on the serve. A little bit more of an arc this time. But they do end up getting the block as that shot ends up just barreling off of Grimes. A rare miss from her. Yeah, goes. The block ends up just deflecting right off her face. Damn, under review. Great dig, but unfortunately, the second hit by Reyes could not be pulled off. We're now up to 15-8. Penn State down to their last 10 points that they need. Izzy Stark serving from the far side, near side, forgive me. Holy hell. Big swing from Gregoire. Let's see, how does this one end up falling down? She's just able to find a little bit of a gap and hit it too quickly for Grimes to get there. And it's ruled an incomplete pass. Damn. Oh, today is a good day. Today is a good day. Meanwhile, the Ducks, I'm not sure. They could be doing better. And the Montes end by getting a field goal. Also, the baby feral cats are getting very brave, and it is very entertaining to see. On great save by the in the rear court for the Lions. They will set up again at the far post, and that's too far. Finally, Oregon has reached double digits here in the third set. Here comes Obete is on the serve. She'll attack the far midcourt. Get a good dig by the Ducks on that attempted kill. And that is back and in. We get a good shot from Colby Neal. Oh, I'm sorry, not Colby Neal. She was just in the air. It was Nomi Glover. Meanwhile, the dig by the Ducks ends up going out of bounds. Only 8 more points to go for the Nittany Lions. They can feel it happening here. Grimes on the serve from the far side of the court. And they're able to just loft it over. Colby Neal getting the point that time. And while Colby Neal is going to go out for Mia Tufdry. Lions go for it all, and Mendelsohn gets the kill. Just great vision, was able to find the perfect place to place that shot. All right, from the back row, they don't tip it over. They just reset from the initial block. Grimes will dig. Free ball from the Lions. They try to tip it right back, catch them discombobulated, but they're a little more combobulated than we thought. And exchange again. Set up from Rosick and right down the line. As Izzy Stark again on the setup. And just like that, Taverdi is out again, and Can't even find the player who they mentioned coming in for her. But at least the Ducks were able to get a point. All right. You got a lot of work to do, Oregon. What are we going to do? As Stark setting up again, Mendelson, but that time ends up bouncing out all bounds off the touch. Lines are already up to 20. Well, I hope there was at least one good moment of laughter. And I mean that in the best way possible. Meanwhile, all the effort is nice, good, simple tip over the line. All right, finally we're ready to serve. Not sure what the holdup was. But here comes the roar of the crowd on the serve from Oregon. A lot of juice on that one. And out again on the deflection. 4 points left for the Lions. Three blockers in front of Cameron Hanna, and she'll just be kind enough to just smack it into their arms, let it fly out of bounds. Good. They try to dump it over, nothing doing. However, the Lions are able to save it on their end. And again, they save it. But there's only so much good luck they can get. And finally, the Ducks end up just slamming it over the net. To Penn State's credit, they were very fortunate and set up very well to defend there. A try for a quick dump over, but the Ducks are ready for it. Another good block at the net, but unfortunately bounces out again. 7-point lead for Penn State. It is not looking good for the Ducks. If this ends up 25-19 again. Stark on the serve, and it twists out of bounds. And still 2-0. Red Wings over the Senators. 3:40 to go in the second. Serve from the far court, and too much on it. Goes right back to Penn State. Now they only have 2 points to go. And meantime, he's going to challenge? I mean, yeah, I understand you got to challenge it, but I didn't think there was any sort of dispute. Oh, I don't even know what the question is. It hit the E in Penn State. It was the only timeout he could take, and so... The call will stand. And that's another long one. And once again, set point, match point here for Penn State. Possibly getting a sweep here in the third set. Hannah will be on the serve. She'll try to challenge the near line. And Penn State's block goes out of bounds. We have to stay for at least one more play. Match point number 2 coming up. Noise comes up from the crowd again. And they get a good hit on it, but unfortunately, another block at the line. Lions will try again. Lofted over. They gave Ducks another shot. Lions again. And the block fails at the net. They give the hand taps underneath the net, and this time it's 25-17. In straight sets, Nittany Lions beat the Ducks in women's college volleyball 25-19, 25-19, 25-17. Damn. Well, I guess we need to keep Penn State on our mind as we get further into the women's college volleyball season. And, yeah, well, at least we didn't have to sit through something very long as they give their ups to the fans here tonight. The match is already over, and you know what? 1 hour and 40 minutes, a short stream. We get to go to bed early. What the hell? Why the not? So congratulations, Penn State. That has 2 wins in 2 days. I think they also beat Maryland yesterday. And that will do it for us here on another Stupid Sports Show. So thank you all for tuning in tonight for the brief distraction that it was. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. for some Division III football. I'm Jim B here on 106.9 Click FM. Thanks for tuning in, and good night, Milwaukee, wherever you are.